guys, I'm Anissa and I'm back with another video. Today I'm coming to you with a review of a book. I haven't done a book review in a long time, but I think I should go back to doing that. So today we're reviewing 12 Kings by Bradley P. Beaulieu, or Bradley Beaulieu. This is also called 12 Kings of Sharakai. I think the American version is called that. So the 12 Kings of Sharakai is set in the city of Sharakai primarily. And the city of Sharakai is ruled by 12 kings. The 12 kings make all of the decisions in this world. If you don't follow the rules and if you betray them, they are not afraid of showing people punishment or punishing them in front of other people, so they can completely continue to be oppressed in this world. And the 12 kings are protected by these people called the Maiden, and the Maidens are all children of the kings. So in that way they know they are loyal to the kings. And the majority of this book we are following the perspective of Seda. Seda is a pit fighter in this world, and we follow her as she's trying to uncover some mysteries surrounding the 12 kings and herself as well as her mother's death. She is seeking revenge on her mother who died, who was killed by one of the kings. And yeah, as time goes, she is diving more and more into the secrets of the kings, and yeah, don't want to go more into depth with the plot of the book. We also follow a different perspective in here. One of the other perspectives we follow are Emra. Emra is Seda's best friend and also love interest in this series, and we follow him as he is doing his own kind of things alongside Seda. We are also sort of switching timelines, sort of going back in time to see Seda when she becomes that I guess shows how she ends up as a pit fighter. Her pit fighter name, alias, is the White Wolf, and so no one knows this is her in the pits. So she lives a relatively quiet life, if you will. She could have lived a quiet life outside of the pits if she wanted to. So yeah, this one book, it's sort of the setting is in the middle of a desert. The city Sharakai lives in the middle of the desert, and it sort of gives this Middle Eastern vibe to it. I think that makes it for an interesting setting. And all of these plot elements that are in this were supposed to give me everything. It was I went in with really high expectations to this book and the series as a whole, because I've heard excellent things from other booktubers that used to make videos that sadly don't do it anymore, but they were one of my favorites, and I always trusted their reviews. I still do that, but this one just didn't work out for me completely. There's something with the writing style that never manages to pull me in, and the switching of the present time and his past life also I think didn't necessarily have to happen. I mean, I guess I understand that they needed to build up Seda's character, letting people know that she was a pit fighter, and maybe why, I don't know, but I don't think they needed to show it in the way that it did. I think they could have told it in a different way. I don't know. He could have told it in a different way. I'm talking about there's more people in this, but yeah. I wanted to love this, but I didn't. Seda was an interesting character. For the most part, I enjoyed her as a character, but the writing style just never fully made me engaged in the story as a whole and made me want to pick it up. I kept struggling to pick up this book and forcing myself to read it, and that's never a good sign when I'm reading fantasy. I don't want to have to happen, and I kept saying, okay, maybe it's because it's the beginning of the book. I just have to get the 100 and 150 page mark before I get sucked into this world, but it just never really happened with me with this book. It's not that it was bad or anything. I don't hate it. I understand its merit, and I understand why other people would really enjoy it. It's just that the writing style, it just wasn't for me, and it wasn't able to sort of capture my attention completely. So overall, it's just not my favorite kind of book, but I understand if other people would enjoy it. And I think that if you are interested in the plot, you definitely should check it out, because it's just, it seems like it's a me thing. that I don't like this, but I have decided not to continue with the series, even though it ended up with a bit of a cliffhanger type ending, and I think if you like that, you might want to definitely pick up the next one quite fast after you finish the first one. But for me, it just fell a little bit flat, and I also had super high expectations, so maybe that is why it's hitting me more. It makes me less excited about the read as a whole. I don't know. I ended up giving this book 3 out of 5 stars, and I think that that's a decent writing. It's sort of a middle of the road kind of rating for me. It does nothing to offend me, but it also didn't do anything to really wow me. And so for me, that seems like a fitting type of standpoint, if you will. But yeah, this was a relatively short video. Let me know in the comments down below if you've read this book and this series, if you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts were on it. Anyway, this is everything I had for you today. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video very, very soon. Goodbye.